Salute to all the real ones out there. It's your boy Mike coming at you again with another video. Alright. If you've seen some of my other content, you like the direction that my channel was going in, like, comment, subscribe, and share those videos with anybody you think may benefit from them. Alright. Like I said in my last video, man, I'm trying to build a community over here, and it's exciting to know that I'm having somewhat of a positive impact. You know, each one teach one, and one hand washes the other. So y'all help me to stay motivated by knowing that I'm motivating y'all. You know, it was cool. Like, I bumped into a homeboy the other day. His name is Lawrence, man. You know, me and him, like, we met when I was out here in Kuwait last year. And since then, he's made a lot of progress in his life, you know, and I've been making progress in mine. So it's always cool when you meet somebody that seems like they are on the up and up. And I bumped into him, you know, when I was on job, you know, and he got some success. He's about to get another job, and he was telling me about how he's excited, and he watches my videos, and it helps him to, like, kind of stay on point. And I'm motivating him to, let's say, cut out the negative influences that he had in his life. So, man, that's like one of the most beautiful feelings, is to know that my contribution in this world is impacting one person at a time. So I'm happy to hear that, and by y'all liking and commenting and, you know, kind of giving some love on my channel, what that does is that improves the YouTube algorithm, and that helps other people to see the videos. So just go ahead and do me that's solid, and, you know, we'll be able to keep on rocking. I'm trying to continue making content on a daily basis, bro. That's my routine. Like, I'm trying to keep it up. So aside from that, today's topic is going to be on the 12 universal laws, which I'm real excited to do this topic because I feel like, you know, this is ancient, this is supreme knowledge from antiquity, yo. Our ancestors had a really, really good understanding of the universe. They understood that as above, so below. And I know you guys have probably heard that term applied to, like, religion, but you got to understand that religion is something that came from the manifestation of all this knowledge, and it's been, in my opinion, streamlined, packaged, and sold to y'all as if it's a new concept. But religion is pretty much over the last 2,000 years. You know, you go back thousands of years before that, people had a better understanding of the universal laws and spirituality. So I'm taking it back to the essence, you know, and we're going to break down all these laws one by one. And if you guys want, you can do like me and try to apply these laws to your life to, you know, let's say, get the maximum result. So the first law is called the Law of Divine Oneness. All right, so this basically means that we are all connected. And before I get started, I forgot, this article I basically took, you guys are going to see the description or the link in the description box below. So it's an article by a woman named Jessica Estrada, and the content is coming from her interview with a lady named Novalee Wilder, who is basically a numerologist. All right, and stay tuned on my channel because I'm definitely going to make a video about numerology in the next days. So the first law is the Law of Divine Oneness. This basically means that we are all connected, and everything that we do has a ripple effect, and it impacts the collective. So hence why, you know, the best way if you want to make change in the world is to do like Michael Jackson said, and look at the man in the mirror or the woman in the mirror. By you making changes in your life, and let's say turning yourself into a better direction, improving your energy, focusing on your self-improvement, you will have a ripple effect because people are influenced by you whether you know it or not. Like, that's what I'm starting to realize. I didn't realize how much, let's say, influence I had until I just heard testimonies from other people saying, man, you know, I'm glad you back. Like, you gotta think, I'm not even a top ranking person in my company, but just the simple fact that I'm here and I'm leading by example and just doing my thing, it has like an effect on other people where they start to want to be more squared away, or they strive to show up to work with a better attitude, or they start to implement certain things that I do automatically. I didn't realize I had such an impact, you know? So it's the same thing with you. You don't realize how many people probably look up to you or follow your lead. So another way to look at the first universal law of divine oneness is to think about nature. How everything has its harmonious, let's say, role, and it seems like everything except for humans understand what the hell they're supposed to be doing. They got their program, they know when to sleep, they know when to eat, they disappear during the winter. Like, they have their program and they're following it to a T. Humans the only ones that want to fuck some shit up. The second law is the law of vibration. So everything in the universe has a vibration. Things of similar vibration are attracted to each other. So match your vibration to that of what you desire. So if you think about it, like I'll give you a quick example. My Cadillac was a good example of that. Like I basically I had a friend back in the day, his name was Rodney, and I remember we were about to deploy, and he got a black Cadillac, and there was a white one that was right next to it looking crispy as hell. And he was like, dog, you should get it. You should get that mug, man. That motherfucker nasty. Then we'll be riding around. We'll be the Cadillac boys and this and that. And I was just thinking, man, how can I do it, you know? Before I joined the military, I kind of had a suspended license. I had a warrant out for my arrest because my stupid ass ran from the cops like 5 times in my black Camaro, just being stupid as hell. But hey, I could whip, dog. Don't get it twisted. I could drive like a motherfucker in one of them cars, bro. That's neither here nor there. But I was thinking, man, how am I gonna get the car and this and that? And like over the last like week, you know, shortly before I deployed, I was really just coming up with a strategy, like how can I get that car? And I really picture myself having it, and like I made moves. I got my bonus from the army. I took $2,000 out cash. I went straight up to the lot with no license whatsoever, but just kept talking to the dude. Like, man, come on, what you talking about? The Cadillac was worth $18,000. I wanted to get him down to $15,000, and I had $2,000 cash. So I kept talking to him, and I motivated him to drop down to $15,000. Then I gave him the $2,000. Then I had it down to $13,000, right? Called USAA, you know, hollered at my mom. She sent me a fax of my old license, like yo, a whole bunch of stuff. Like I jumped through a bunch of hoops. But at the end of the day, I drove that motherfucker off the lot, you know, and I was so proud of the fact that I was able to do that. So that's like a small example. Or even your relationship. Have any of y'all ever, like, let's say you a dude, you see an attractive girl, right? You really like her style and everything, and then in your head you start picturing what it would be like to be with her, you know, what it would be like when you talk to her, and then you come up with a strategy, and you really feel like on your inner, I'm gonna get her. And when you walk up to her, you talk to her, and then you start getting all the signs that she's really feeling you, and then it winds up working. I would like to say that that's one of those examples of the law of vibration. The third is the law of correspondence. So you have, our lives are created by the subconscious patterns that we repeat every single day, and those patterns either serve us or hold us back. Activate this law by becoming aware of your own patterns, which are often passed down by family ties, and then consciously take actions to break them. So an example of this would be like, let's say you're overweight, right? And everybody in your family is overweight. And then you think, it just runs in the family. But really, it's because no one runs in your family. You know what I'm saying? No one's doing anything to combat the fact that y'all are eating sloppy, and, you know, like your mom is in there cooking up some greasy ass pork chops, and you're just going along with the flow because everyone else is. But how about you stop eating the pork? Then you'll already have less fat coming to your system. How about you start working out? You'll be the only one in your family who's working out. So over time, you'll be the only one who actually looks in shape, and you'll break that pattern that's keeping everybody overweight. That's the law of correspondence in action. 4, you have the law of attraction. This is basically the law of vibration that I talked about, the second law, in action. So the law of attraction isn't a punishment, but rather a very clear mirror of your self-worth and mindset. So one way that I could say this is light birds of light feathers flock together. You know what I'm saying? It kind of goes with whoever you hang around, and like whatever you think of yourself in your head, that's going to be your result in life. Like, how you going to hang around all drug dealers and then feel like you'll never be smart enough to go to a university? Yeah, okay, then you're going to probably be the 6th or 7th drug dealer out of all those drug dealers you hang with, and you won't go to the university. Like, you don't think it for yourself, so how is this supposed to happen? You know? Number 5, the law of inspired action. This is one of my favorite laws, bro, because it trumps all that bullshit that people want to talk. Taking action in order to bring your wants into fruition. So it's action over talking. Oh man, you know, I want to be able to bench press my body weight. Okay, when's the last time you went to bench press? Oh, well, you know, I haven't done. You talking, but you ain't fucking did nothing. No action, no result, no respect from me, motherfucker. Number 6, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. All right, this is awesome right here. Check this out. So you got the smallest action can have a profound effect. To put this law into action on a practical level, you have to do small things every day that uplift you For example, like singing in the shower or dancing like no one's watching, right? These small shifts have major results. And this is what I can tell y'all, that's 100% true. Like, one thing I do that I've been using as a way to keep myself on point is I've been having positive self-talk, not only in my head, but actually out loud. Another thing I do is I clean on the regular. I truly believe by cleaning and keeping my area on point, my room, you see my bed is never going to be in the background looking all sloppy. If I showed you around the room, you'll see everything's clean, everything's put away. So what that does is that gives me mental space, mental clarity, and I feel like that translates over to other positive aspects in my life. Another thing I do is I freestyle. From time to time, I don't need a crowd. I'll just throw a beat on and I'll just freestyle because I know that's one of the things that makes me feel good. So do things that make you feel good. Law of cause and effect, aka the law of karma. Like, I got karma tatted on my chest, yo. I truly believe in this. So check it out. Every action causes an equally opposite reaction. So whatever you put out, good or bad, you shall receive it back. So basically, if you put out good vibes, you'll have good vibes that come back to you. If you give respect, you'll probably get respect in return. You know what I'm saying? Law of karma. Keep that in mind whenever you're out and about, moving in this world. Just keep in mind that whatever you do has a way of coming right back to you. So, all right, now another one that ties right into this one is the law number 8, which is the law of compensation. So you will be compensated for all of your contributions to the world around you, including love, joy, and kindness that you spread. So, you got the old Bible mantra that says you reap what you sow. You go around fucking people up, talking shit, making people feel bad. Yeah, it's going to be people that talk shit about you, spread rumors and make you feel bad in the end. So be careful of the energy that you put out there. It goes right along with the law of karma. See how everything is kind of intertwined? Even the first law is the law of divine oneness. Everything's connected, yo. Law number 9. This is an awesome one too, all right? Einstein was kind of talking about this with his theory, but check it out. You have the law of relativity. So nothing and no one is inherently good or bad. Everything is a spectrum of expression, and there is always more than one perspective on any situation. We assign our own meaning to things, so we can choose to regard things as bad or as happening in our favor. So basically, you have your perspective versus mine. Let's say I grow up in a neighborhood where everybody is robbing, killing, dealing, pimping, and pandering, right? And then I come of age, and now I'm robbing, pimping, pandering, and doing what I gotta do to survive. And then you look at me and you go, man, that's fucked up. You're wrong. You're a criminal. You're this, you're that. But you grew up in a nice neighborhood where everything was kind of taken care of. You had a community. You knew the police. You had the firemen that invited you to, sit up inside the truck and showed you around and took you on a couple rides. You had the dude who worked at the ice cream stand and offered you the summer job. You had the uncle that, with your dad took you fishing and showed you how to use bait. You had the dad, you had a good upbringing, right? But when you look at someone who comes from a dysfunctional neighborhood and is doing what they can to survive, you're thinking, man, this person belongs under the jail. And it's like, motherfucker, you ain't never lived their life. So it's all relative, you know what I mean? Number 10, you got the law of polarity. So everything has a polar opposite in nature. I mentioned this in one of my other videos. You got up, down, left, right, east, west, north, south, happy, sad, dark, light, clean, dirty, fat, skinny, big, small. Like, everything has its up and down, or it's pair. So nothing exists without the other, let's say, side. Experiencing these polarities is part of the human experience, helping us to learn from mistakes and to identify what we don't want and to become clearer on what we do want. So you have to embrace duality. Like, what was the song? I forget what song. What rapper said that? That basically, like, it was 50 Cent who basically said, you wouldn't know joy if you didn't know pain. You wouldn't know sunshine if you didn't know rain. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have both in order to really truly appreciate the other. You have the law of perpetual motion. So everything is forever changing, and our job is to embrace that ride. Life is hard, but know that good times are underway, and vice versa. So if you ever ride in a wave where you real high in life and you feel like, oh man, everything's perfect, you best be prepared for a nosedive into some bullshit. That's just how the world works. And it's vice versa too. If you're going through real difficult times, know that they're going to be over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a friend that's been going through some real tough times, and one of the things I tell him is like, you know, the beauty of being where you are all the way at the bottom is that you have nowhere to go except up from here. You know, so don't revel in your sadness. Don't, you know, wallow in your self-pity, because the universe is going to see to it that you start to get blessings. You know, and I think it all makes sense. That's why they say life is a test. You go through these hard times so that you truly appreciate the good times. You know, you go through your sickness so that you truly appreciate your health and do everything you can to maximize your ability to be healthy. That's why I say you should work out, so on and so forth, right? And the last law, law number 12. This is the law of giving and receiving. So it's pretty much straightforward, but recognizing your life where the balance is off between giving and receiving, and aim to be even with both. So you have give and take. Like, you got certain people who always want to give, and then their cup is all empty, and then they over there sad and depressed, and then they try to put on a smile and act like everything good. It's like, nah, man, your shit is off. Or you got other people who want to just take, and expect the whole world to just give them everything. It's like, hey, motherfucker, like, you deserve a slap upside your head. You got to give too. So it's all about balance. You know what I mean? So those are the 12 universal laws. You can see them in effect, even with the examples that I gave, you know. This is something that basically runs the operations of nature. And if you apply it to your life, I think you could actually have some significant change, some powerful, let's say, growth that can take place. So with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll holler back at y'all in the next one.